All right, I've got some good news and some bad news for you. So let's start with the bad news. There's a good chance you're gonna lose your job in the next few years. And if you own a business, there's a good chance you might be letting some people go, or that you may be losing people who want to break out and do their own thing. I don't mean to be doom and gloom about things, quite the opposite. So let me tell you why I say that. First of all, I've been in marketing and communications for about 20 years, and I can tell you that my industry has pretty much always been the canary in the coal mine. I've been able to predict upswings or downturns in the economy pretty much based on whether agencies were hiring or firing. About a year and a half ago, I lost my job at an agency where I worked for 10 years. And I have several friends and former colleagues at a variety of agencies who've also recently lost their jobs. And this observation was bolstered by an article I saw in Forbes the other day that suggested that the greatest threat to agencies right now is the legions of freelancers that they all let go. I had a guest on my show a couple weeks back who worked for a client who let go of 25 customer service representatives and replaced them with chatbots. There's new machines coming, new robots coming. Artificial intelligence for sure is going to displace a lot of people. And I think it is those middle class jobs first, jobs like analysts, whether that's in finance or medicine. And it makes sense, right? Like when a computer can analyze up to 2,000 CAT scans in a nanosecond, it doesn't really make sense to specialize in that right now. But here's the good news. I don't think this necessarily reflects a downturn in the economy. I just think it reflects a change or shift in the economy. So for example, in my industry, it just reflects a shift towards social media. And I think a lot of agencies were taken off guard by that and have had trouble adapting. I've seen mixed opinions and predictions as to how much of the workforce is going to be freelance by the year 2020, but it ranges somewhere from 34% to 50%. And by the way, if this all does turn out to be a downwards economy, freelancers usually tend to fare better in a down economy. I'm actually very happy that I lost my job a year and a half ago for several reasons. First of all, it's allowed me to pick up new skills and learn all kinds of things that otherwise I was not learning in my old job. It's allowed me to learn how to expand my audience and grow my network all through social media. And it's also allowed me to build a business around the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I like to do, and then find people in other freelancers, individuals with complementary skills. So in many cases, I've worked for them and the clients that they've been able to pick up, or I've hired them for clients that I've been able to pick up. So I think it's actually a very exciting time. I think where this is all heading is somewhat back to a sort of village economy, back to a time when we used to live in small little communities and everybody sort of had their own little niche. Somebody was a blacksmith and somebody made shoes and somebody made candles or soap or whatever the case might be. I think that's a great thing. And the only difference really is that it's on a global scale. In addition to being able to focus on my passions, I've also been able to plan my work around my life. In fact, I really just don't see the distinction anymore. My wife and I used to spend a lot of money on before and after care programs for our kids, and then we'd rush home from work to make sure that we could pick them up on time. Whereas now my kids get to come home straight after school. I get to spend a little time with them, cook them dinners. I end my day a little early and then do a little work in the evenings, which actually also fares very well for this expanded network because people work in different time zones and it's helpful to have that kind of flexibility. So I'm not suggesting that, like I said, that this is all doom and gloom. I'm sure that many businesses will thrive in this new economy. I'm not suggesting that you quit your job, although you might want to consider how much do you really like your job. And I am suggesting that, you know, regardless, that you maybe start to think about what are those things that you are passionate about, hobbies and so forth, something that you would like to turn into a business. Because again, there's great opportunity in that, and you never know. So I'm going to put links below, whether you're, as I said, an individual who's lost your job or somebody considering breaking out on your own and are just a little afraid, or for businesses that feel as though they're having trouble keeping up with the times and want to make sure that they're retaining those good employees and not losing them to better or new opportunities, or just because they want to break out and do something independently. Thanks. Talk to you soon.